Hey everybody, Joseph Rothschild here, aka MBT, back with the third round of the Reddit non-meta tournament. This replay is going to encompass third and fourth round of this event, as the event's going a little faster than the videos go up, and as a result we have selected the best match out of both of those. I am joined, as always, by my partner in crime. They've been asked to be introduced as the Joker. Ladies and gentlemen, Joker-fied Hardleg.
A man walks into a bar. Ouch.
Wow, that was a little too edgy. There are some things you can't joke about.
That's the best I got. That's the level we're dealing with today.
Oh,
but
God.
It's good to be here. I could do Yu-Gi-Oh! A little bit better than that, just slightly.
Yeah, today we're looking at two decks that are about as competent as that joke. I'm talking about Galantron on Dragonmaid, a deck that's actually seen a bit of competitive success despite the fact that it's absolutely miserable, and Dat Shan't Be Falco, aka 3-Ray 3 Engage, on Herald.
Herald. Good old Herald. I
I'm
really
trying
need to
to
make
be.
an alt art of Herald that's just him in like a tie with like a bowl cut and like big thick glasses.
Mm-hmm.
Just what I imagine Herald to be.
Yeah, like an arbiter of unfun.
Yeah.
Well, it looks like the Herald player has won the die roll, and a fantastic match. Thank you all for coming by. They also drew Stick. They're playing Stick Chair, and we're about to see what that can do in
Stick
2020.
and chair and chalice slime
Ooh, that's pretty much as good as it gets.
and DD Crow.
I don't know why DD Crow is in the main. Most of the field is comprised of Thunder Dragon players, and banishing Thunder Dragon monsters does just about nothing. Maybe they know something I don't.
Yeah, I was gonna think like DD Crow's good against the actual meta, but in this tournament, of course, if you haven't been following it up until this point, they've been banning a whole bunch of cards. Isn't it like the winner of each previous tournament causes a card to get banned?
Yeah, and they take some preemptive hits against things that haven't yet had a chance to prove themselves. For example, I don't think Eldritch is particularly playable in this format, which is just a devastating blow, because I would personally love to cast that.
Yeah, again. Let's see, Herald of Mirage Lights. You don't see this very often. I forget that they even got a link.
This is one of the new Heralds. It isn't fantastic. It's a 2-material monster and allows you to send a fairy monster from your hand to the graveyard to negate an activation of a spell, trap, card, or effect. It's kind of like all of the Herald hand traps mixed into one. You can see we've added Herald of Perfection but lack the ritual spell, so I guess we're taking 2,500 damage from Chalice Slime and passing back.
Oof. Maybe that opening wasn't as good as I thought.
Yeah, that seemed like a best-case scenario, but I guess if you can't ritual summon, it isn't exactly. We've seen some pretty disgusting things that Stick Chair can do. Back in the day, you'd use it to summon Evil Swarm Ouroboros, a 3-mat rank 4 that let you hand loop for 1. Apparently, these days you use it for what you were calling the Xyz Trishula Primathmech Laplation.
Yeah, which is... still can hand loop you for 1, but also while getting rid of stuff on the field. 2 cards on the field, I believe, like 1 monster, 1 spell.
1 monster, 1 spell, yeah, and a card out of hand.
Yeah,
this is
so
pretty grody.
It's like one-headed Trishula.
So
doesn't quite vanish.
We're going to activate the effect of Nurse Dragonmaid here in the battle phase. Of course, at the start of the battle phase, you can tag your Dragonmaids out for a dragon from your hand or graveyard. Now, this complicates things a little bit, but we're going to go into Airness, which is the one that was pitched. We'll walk over the chair here, and then probably set a couple of cards.
Well, I guess they don't really have any spell traps they want to activate.
Oh, it's getting better. So we're going to activate Airness's effect. You can discard a card to summon a level 4 or lower Dragonmaid monster from your hand. They're going to discard the card to summon the Nurse and then make a Striker Dragon. Then they'll summon a Noctovision from hand because a Dark Dragon was summoned to their side of the field. And then they'll trigger the effect of Noctovision in Graveyard. Because it was used for a Link summon, they get to draw a card. So despite this setup looking pretty unassuming, they've ended on Cosmic Cyclone, a Solemn, and an Ash Blossom.
Yeah. Of course, they don't have the Fusion, which is what Dragon Maids want to do, but I guess... this guy didn't have the Herald, so it evens out.
Yeah, it's like the backup line for both of them.
Yeah. Of course, they have the... I believe that was a Solemn Strike they set.
Mm-hmm. So
which
we're going
unfortunately will not stop the ritual summon.
Oof. The Ash will stop the Candle, which will prevent them from getting the spell. And as the Manju effect is activated, I think it's likely we see the Solemn here. Nope! Oh! If only they had known.
They had no idea.
All right,
And
next
then, of
up is
course,
prep
the
rights.
interesting that they would use that now. They had a fairy in hand. You would think they'd wait and then they could get back the spell. Ah,
Uh,
interesting. Banishing the ritual spell so he can't recur the resource.
Ben 10 is just so cute, though. It's just fantastic. I'm excited to see what we get off it. Dawn of the Herald being banished actually matters. You banish it from the graveyard to add one of the monsters tributed for the ritual summon back to your hand to give you more negates off of Herald.
Yeah, now denying that one resource is basically going to leave him with, what, one fairy in hand?
We've got one
Oh,
fairy
wait,
in
no,
hand
Ben
plus the
10
Ben 10.
searches. Okay.
Ooh, and Ava represents 3 negates. Itself and the 2 cards that it searches. So this is looking pretty bad for the Dragonmaid player, but I don't think that Herald has a very clean way to out the airness that's already on field.
Yeah.
Right, we're going to negate the effect of Herald. Oh, and Herald's
There's
natural
the
enemy.
solemn strike. Okay.
Oh, God. You know, I love Herald of Perfection. It's an extremely cute card, and the strategy is holistic, I suppose. I'm trying not to call someone a racial slur in a YouTube VOD. But the advent of Solemn Strike and its ilk has been a disaster for the heraldic race.
Yeah. They really need to make like a new Herald that has spell speed 3 negation on a monster card.
Yeah. I mean, that would be in line with 2020 thinking. We're going to get Cyber Egg Angel and Cyber Petite Angel, role-playing Alexis pretty well here, and then get a Chamber Dragonmaid from deck. So this is one that you absolutely want to negate. If this card is normal or special, you get to add a Dragonmaid spell or trap from your deck to the hand. It enables the fusion, it enables extra specials. I mean, it is just so strong.
Oh, yeah. Although, let me check real quick, because I'm never sure. I haven't seen DD Crow in a while. Yeah, so DD Crow is any one card, so even though they are going to get that fusion summon, they can DD Crow the fusion to prevent them from recurring it.
Oh, that's kind of cute.
So maybe the DD Crow wasn't as terrible as we thought, although it still doesn't prevent them from getting the fusion in the first place, which is really what you want to do.
And, you know, if you activate a monster effect while Strawl, I think is the name of the card, is on the field, then it's generally a problem anyway.
Yeah. Although I guess you could bait it out, possibly?
Alright, out comes...
There it is.
Xiao was using the OCG terminology.
Xiao.
Wow, this is the card that the deck desperately needed. Looks like they're ending main phase 1, and then will trigger the effect of Chamber once again, returning it to the hand to get a Dragonmaid from graveyard.
Yep.
Out comes the DD Crow. Does this target? It does not. So as a result, they could get Airness or the Tinkek. Oh no, it's still on field.
Yeah. An interesting choice, but sure. And I guess it's still resolved, so it's just slightly less.
Yeah.
Yeah, not sure how you come back from this at this point.
We get to tag from Xiao into a copy of House. We get to walk into this copy of Manju. And then in damage, I think we can activate Tinkek? No, maybe not. Only from the hand. Alright, well in that case we'll activate Hospitality, special back the Nurse, and then use the Nurse's effect to special back the Kitchen, the Kitchen's effect to add from hand. We're going to pitch the Chamber to get another Nurse. Wow, this is broken.
Interesting. Linking away the fusion, is that what they usually want to do?
They do in scenarios where they have the ability to just get out Xiao again.
Well then, touche.
Well, good luck. And as we activate the effect of Xiao, I think we're about to see...
Freeze? Oh, okay. I got a lag spike there for a second.
My computer couldn't handle the next level plays. Or the
next level surrender.
Yeah, or the high elo APM surrender.
Yeah. So let me look real quick at their side deck. Is there anything they really have that's going to help them going into this?
Well, 3-Ray 3 Engage did bring in a copy of Super Polymerization, and looking at the extra, outside of DDD Super Doom King Purple Armageddon, I'm not seeing anything that like really matters at all.
No, I'm not sure. There are some Dark Dragonmaid, so maybe the Starving Venom might see something, but unfortunately, they didn't tech in Five-Headed Dragon, which would have been the best tech against them.
That's so frustrating. Five-Headed Dragon, it would have done it. If they had filled their field. See, if the Dragonmaid player goes for Link God Dragon, you can surprise them by going for 5-head.
It's just funny. I have been hit with 4-5 with Quintet Magician by Super Poly one time. And
oh my god.
Who prepares for that? What spellcaster deck is ready?
Maybe like Pendulum? But they're not all spellcasters, are they?
I don't think so.
God, I mean, that had to be devastating. What did you get hit by? What were you on?
I think it was... I was trying to play Fortune Fairies.
Well, that's your own fault.
Yeah, it's a pretty terrible deck to begin with. I mean, their strategy is pretty much just fill up the graveyard and hope you get Magicalized Fusion, so you can Quintet Magician yourself. So imagine my surprise when I got 5 monsters on board, only to get hit with the Quintet Magician.
Well, this is the turn 1 setup that every person sitting across the table from Herald fears. A Cyber Angel Ben 10 and an Ava in hand, a Herald of Perfection on the field, no win conditions out of the opponent, and you have to figure out a way to, I don't know, assemble a game plan.
Yeah. And you gotta negate that fusion because you know they're going to get a 3,500 beater who's just gonna walk over.
Alright, next is Hospitality, bringing out Tinkek. Yikes. They're going to send a kitchen. I think you just negate that, right?
Yeah. Don't they get the search off Ben 10, or is that mistiming or something?
I think Ben 10 is tributing. So this sends instead of tributing.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
God, can you imagine?
I thought it was tribute.
Alright, changeover back in hand, going forward again. Here comes the Herald one more time. Again, just negate everything, buddy.
There we go, getting a delicious egg. And something else, who cares? I can't believe they actually named it Cyber Egg Angel.
And as they banish 2 cards from the graveyard, Tempest makes it to the field, doing what Tempest does best. His best.
Or not.
What? I mean, that's Herald! What do you want? There were more negates in hand than the Dragonmaid player had cards, so...
Yeah.
There it is.
There you go. Of course, now they have to go second, presumably. I wouldn't imagine that they would let the Herald player go first. That's pretty much a death sentence.
What if you let the Herald player go first, and then you board into, like, Kaijus? You just say, take this, idiot.
Yeah, good point. Are they playing Kaijus? Once again, I can use my powers of clairvoyance to check. Oh, snap, yeah. They've got Kaijus. They've got Pankratops.
In fact,
Super Poly of their own.
There's one right there.
Oh, and well then.
For what it's worth, it feels like this hand couldn't possibly lose. Kitchen Dragonmaid with a Solemn Strike. Yeah, okay. We're going to use Kitchen to send a copy of Chamber to the graveyard, then link off the Kitchen for a Striker Dragon. That'll summon a Noctivision from hand, and then afterwards we can... I don't know, go into this.
Yeah.
Fun. Draw a card, another Kaiju. This is going to be good for the inevitable Kaiju showdown.
Yeah, this is going to be interesting because now the Dragonmaid player is in the position where they can out the Herald easily, but they don't really have a win condition of their own.
Now the shoe is on the other foot. Now they will have to clamor for a win condition.
I forget which one Nurse is... okay,
it's Nurse Specials from Grave.
Yeah, it's not. I know there's one that essentially searches the fusion.
That would be Chamber, which is lurking in the graveyard as we speak.
To be revived. Okay, well, the Twin Twister's coming down.
Awesome! Oh, wait, they used it!
Noctivision!
Oh my god, we were talking about Noctivision beforehand, and it was like, oh yeah, you're just playing it to get it out of the hand and make spheres and draw a card. Nope. It also has another effect. If your opponent targets a face-down card you control, you can banish it from the graveyard to negate the effect. Folks, this counts as a negate.
Congratulations.
Alright, out comes Herald. And
still waiting for Mana Dragon Zerotron to see competitive play. One of these days, it'll be decent.
It looked really promising early, and it was the same time that, like, the new DM stuff was coming out. It was a sweet send target for the fusions, and yet...
nothing. But now we've got Noctivision, which is the spiritual successor. It doesn't get your traps back, it just prevents you from having them destroyed in the first place.
It's like they say, the best defense is a good Noctivision
defense.
Dragon in graveyard.
The best defense is a strong defense.
All right, so we're going for spheres, we're going for Herald, we're going for Solemn. Oh boy,
Yep.
have you seen this before?
I chain. Seal resolves. Hey, he just gets another search with Manju.
Oh, broken.
And technically they're down 1,500 life points, so I'm going to say 3 Ray is going to win this one.
I do like that, yes, the Dragonmaid player is putting themselves in a position where they can't possibly lose, but they're doing so with 2 cards in hand that are just completely dead. Like,
Yeah.
if your strikes and stuff are active enough, you really lack a lot of the tools that you boarded in order to deal with the Herald in the first place. Going for Chalice Slime here, pitching the Ava for a Candle.
Interesting. Is he going to summon the Chalice Slime? No, he can't. He's just going to take 2,500.
Oh wait, we're seeing some banishes, and yep, that's it.
Oh, okay. And they're just forgetting about the damage of Chalice Slime.
No, the Dragonmaid player negated the damage by I'm just talking out of my ass.
Or does Chalice Slime, is it if you haven't ritual summoned this turn, or if you haven't ritual summoned after this effect?
After.
Oh, okay. Then yeah. Thanks,
right.
Thanks, Dueling Book. Not enforcing the rules like Pro Chad EDO Pro.
Really a giant diss towards Dueling Nexus right now. The Striker Dragon coming down one more time. I mean, Striker Dragon is only in this deck to be a dark type for Noctivision, but the fact that we've seen it like 6 times is just so funny.
Yep. And you know, we were talking about the 5-headed dragon, but there you go.
You could have made 5-head here. This would have done it.
Yeah, that's what you got to tech going into the future.
Oh, they remembered. They remembered, folks.
Oh, okay. They just wanted... It's okay. We restored the game state.
This is the worst. When they go into house but have the opportunity to go into Xiao, it's like, oh, I'm dead. All right.
Yeah. Who even needs it?
All right, out comes Tinkek, down goes Kandal. We'll use Chamber to bring back Par. That's it.
Yep. Adios. Should have run Battle Fader, what can I say?
Well, I personally am shocked that Herald is not the powerhouse that I expected it to be. I mean, really no justice in the world when a card printed in 2013 can't scum wins off of the most recent high-rarity archetype. But... good showing from 3-Ray, 3-Engage regardless, as well as a good showing from Galantron, proving that Dragonmaid has the tools to splash Noctivision with the best of them.
Dragonmaid, there used to be a time when Dragonmaid was just utter garbage, and now they can do just enough that you really can't underestimate them. They always have a chance to just break your board and put up some negates. And it's really kind of frustrating.
Really, that's the best you can hope for.